If you don't know, I have two kids. Megan, my daughter, she's 21 years old, and my son Justin is 18. He just graduated last year. But when he was in 7th grade, about 6 years ago, he got very sick. We didn't know what was wrong with him. He kept running a high fever. We kept taking him to the doctor back and forth, and finally took him to the emergency room. They told us it was nothing but a football injury. Gave us 2 ibuprofen and sent us home. And something just inside of me knew it was something worse. So I kept on, and finally they had a MRI for him. And in that MRI, they discovered some major problems. And so we had to emergency rush him to Levine's Children's Hospital. But we just found out that it was some type of infection. An infection in his hip socket. Don't know how it got there, where it came from, what caused it, or anything, or the damage it had done. But it had been in there so long, they had started deteriorating his bones in his hip socket. A lady came up to me, or called me actually, and said, hey, my daughter just went through the same exact thing, sounds like. And her daughter ended up having blood clots and pneumonia with it because she was so sick and she laid in the bed. Well, this girl's mom, Amy, helped give me all this information. Ended up they had the same doctors. So the doctors were familiar with what was going on. And it was like we were trying to figure out how it linked together, but they didn't link. We were in the same county, but we still didn't link. And he had one special visitor, Jacob Almond. Thanks, buddy. You're the one who come and did wheelchair races with him, went upstairs, went outside, had good fresh air, and really lifted his spirit. So it's great to have somebody like that by your side. But Amy really helped me through it because she knew exactly what I was going through. Number one, as a mom, a worried mom that my kid was sick. Number two, her daughter who went through it, so knew how to help me with Justin and what I needed to do, the right questions to ask the doctor. And it was amazing at the help that was for me because she knew exactly what I was going through. So Justin got well and things were a lot better. He spent about a week in the hospital, and then a couple months later, another kid at school, at South Stanley High School, got sick, and the things, it sounded just alike. I couldn't help but to think, oh my goodness, is this happening to another kid? And now I was the one that had been through it, and I was hoping I could help somebody else. So I took my notebook, because I had kept meticulous notes, let me tell you. I had scans and everything and all the notes and what his fever was, all that stuff. So I went and gave it to this kid's mom. And thankfully, because of all that, one person helping me and then me being able to help somebody else, he didn't have to have surgery at all. So it was amazing that the help that I received from somebody else going through the same thing, just because I shared it and needed prayer, they helped me through it. So if anything, know that you're not alone and that Jesus is there to walk beside of you too. I love you guys, miss you, hope to see you soon.
We've all been experiencing difficulty the past few weeks with this quarantine. I mean, even people who are deemed essential workers are still feeling the effects in different ways. And because we are all going through this together, it's something that we can all relate to, and it makes it easier to comfort and encourage each other because we know that we're all in this together. But when life gets tough, and it's not because of a worldwide virus, it's easy to feel alone, like we're the only ones who've ever experienced what we're experiencing, and so no one else could possibly understand. When life gets difficult, it's easy to wonder, why would God let this happen? Should I give up? Is it all worth it? Now, this may come as a surprise to you, but even Jesus understands what it's like to ask these questions. But first, a message from our sponsors.